Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. Phoenix Rising
Max is excited.
Going to the Western Conference Finals. I can't. Let's go. Let's go.
Max is preparing to show you where the tattoo is going to go.
Let's go, baby. Welcome into the PHNX Rising post-game show. Oh my gosh, this team just continues to do it. I don't know how. They keep us sweating. They keep us waiting. They wait until the very, very end of extra time in 2 matches in a row. But Phoenix Rising get the dub. 2-1 over Orange County in just spectacular fashion. There was so much going on. My word, the supporters, Banditos, everyone out here having a good time. It was electric. It was amazing. That was one of the coolest experiences. Holy heck, there's so much to get into. But without further ado, I am Max Simpson. I'm joined by Mr. Owain Evans.
Hello.
How's your pulse, mate? How's your pulse? How are we doing?
A lot better now compared to extra time. This team doesn't know how to make things easy, ever. That's an incredibly negative way to start a podcast about this team going to the Western Conference Finals as Max laughs giddily and jumps up and down. Rumor has it Max is on the beers tonight, but not yet, but he will be. Phoenix Rising's going to the Western Conference Finals, right? And they don't do it easy. They never make it easy. This team still, we have to be clear, the last time they won a game in 90 minutes in playoffs was here. It was Orange County. It was back in 2018. But at the same time, this team still finds ways in these really difficult, close games to make things happen. They do it time and time again, right? They continue to find ways to make things just happen in these moments, right? And last week, it was Darius Formella. Yeah. He ultimately gets a phenomenal goal. Yeah. This week, you look to the subs, you see that Erickson Gallardo comes on. He brings some pace in there. You look across, you get Emil Cuello in the midfield. And in this case, it's those two link up, right? That's how this goal happens. And Emil Cuello, he kind of goes to the one side, he goes to the other side, he hits it, the goalkeeper just flaps at it. And Phoenix Rising are moving on, right? They did it in front of a very large away contingent. I think that's a large part of why this was such an exciting night. Yeah. I can hear some clapping outside the stadium right now, which I'm gonna hazard. I'm gonna ask Statlacky Reese, go the other way, mate. Actually, climb up on that and look over. Yeah, Statlacky Reese is a man of the people.
Orange County.
Who is?
What?
He can't see. He can only see an AC unit. I don't think it's an AC unit that's making a clapping noise right now.
Man.
But hey,
it seems like sad clapping if that's a thing. But
could be.
It could be slack. There's so much about this match. Listen. We're gonna get into it. So much fun stuff, right? We'll talk about the goals and everything. We just got to shout out, right? Like off the top, the thing that we were wondering, right, is like, how much is this lineup going to get tinkered with? What does this look like? And how is the flow of this game going to go? And my word, like number one, not a soul was changed from lineup. We absolutely love that. It was a good sign when we saw, hey, the same 11 guys who got it done against San Diego, who brought that attack. They were in there. And from the start, there was a bit of something, right? Danny Trejo with the goal, momentum. And then, right, we did see Phoenix Rising. They definitely they let in that goal not too much long after Danny Trejo scores. And you're kind of thinking, okay, we're kind of letting them back into it. It's a bit of momentum trying to find it. But here's the thing. All game long, Orange County, yes, they had a ball go off the crossbar. Yes, they had a few chances. But realistically, Phoenix Rising was the more controlling team. Phoenix Rising was the team that had the better chances. And you were just kind of waiting for when are they going to find that killer instinct? Because the runs were there. The passing was there. And the movement, a lot of 1-2s in the box, it was there. They were just waiting for that incisive ball. And credit to head coach Juan Guerra. We have often said, and we have been very critical at times of his subs, or rather lack thereof. Yep. And that man did not get a foot wrong tonight. No. Every single substitution was spot on. And even when he brought on Emil Cuello for Carlos Harvey, who he did need a sub because he was laboring a bit. That man was just running all over the place. When you bring on Emil Cuello and he's in the center midfield, and you're thinking, okay, because that's kind of where our depth is and just what the opportunities are. You're thinking, you know what? We're going to find a way to get it done some way, somehow, whether it goes to pens. You're nervy as heck, but you hope that the guys deliver. And my word, Emil Cuello, with just the patience, not just to shoot as soon as he got it, but just to little shimmy and then just to put an upper top bins into the freaking corner. This is what it's all about. This is a game. If you were there, if you were watching, you'll never forget it. If you were here, you're gonna remember that.
The atmosphere,
the rest of your life, baby.
The atmosphere, the way that Emmy just slides in, he slide right. But I'll give a shout out to the chat though. There's a load of things here, and forgive us, right? We're kind of looking at the chat on here, right? It's a very awkward one, but here we go. We got a load of things. We got Devon in on the Generals YouTube account. Shout out to Devon. Eric in there saying hit that like button. We agree, Eric. Hit that like button.
Smash that like button. Emil Cuello in the top corner, baby.
It wasn't in the top corner, but hey.
You know what I mean?
Hey.
It looked like that with me.
Location doesn't matter. Location doesn't matter. Back of the net is all that matters right there. Back of the net. Leah saying AZ Sports to the moon?
No.
Leah's not wrong.
Listen. D-backs, Suns, Phoenix Rising, all winning on the same night. Look at when that has happened. Maybe never. Probably never. I don't know, but that's freaking cool. Let's go.
Indeed. Michael off toilet bowl shots. Unfortunately, he can't because he's not got the toilet bowl.
Listen, we'll put it this way. I ain't got the toilet bowl shot.
He might film himself doing one when he gets home.
I mean, we're in OC. We getting drunk tonight. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Someone telling me I need to hit the gritty in here. Sly? No, I'm not going to do that. A lot of people. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We got the jokes coming in about Jean out. Of course, from the Facebook group, as everyone I'm sure can remember that one. I'm just loving going through all these things and getting this. Max Simpson, if you are in OC, I'm buying beers after this. LFG.
Yeah, who said that?
Multiple G's. You said that, Max.
It is me.
You said that, Max. You said that, Max. Meanwhile, what else have we got here? Paul Alexander, I'm broken. The mix of cider and adrenaline has crashed. Do I have time to make a coffee? Forget coffee.
Yeah.
Forget coffee, Paul.
No coffee.
You don't need no coffee.
Interesting is your coffee.
Inject that stuff. Inject that stuff. We keep on moving. Yeah, loads of people having fun here. Gullyman Pat says, don't injure the minor. We're not injuring the minor. He's a very responsible young man.
He's a good lad.
Good lad. How much of a super chat do I need to say it? Not yet. We also got Alex Shattuck hops in with Lowe's in a box. Never forget. And of course, the Ovamos Juan Guerra. Look, I think, let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about Juan Guerra, and I think what we have seen from the process, what we've seen from the project as a whole. Because let's not forget, there were people calling for his head earlier this year online.
There were.
I remember, and now especially this is relevant as we look at a team about to go back to Sacramento, right? I remember seeing a comment from someone who used to cover this team, former Republic employee, Jeff, I forget his last name. I know
you're talking about.
No.
Anyway, I don't know. Yes.
No, it's not Metcalf. It's not Metcalf. But anyway, how does Juan Guerra keep his job after this game? That was after the Sacramento game. This team's now in the top 4 in the league. In the league. After missing the playoffs last year. There's your answer.
Let's go.
Phoenix Rising.
Let's go. Listen.
Phoenix Rising. 2-1. Western Conference Finals upcoming.
We have said all season, right? Like, we have criticized decisions. We have, there was a time period like, man, lest we forget, Manuel Arteaga, why is this guy still getting significant minutes and starting? We were, wanting other guys to step in. Some of the back four, right? Like, why, or some of the back four, and then it was back three, whatever. Like, why can we get some new guys in the rotation? There were so many different assets of this team. But I think the one thing that never changed from our end is very much like, we understand there is a process with this. And yes, this team has high expectations, and as they rightfully should. And yes, there was very much a period of time where it's like, are they going to miss the playoffs all entirely?
100%.
But we will say, like, down the stretch, and even when it was like very grim, I will say that I think you always knew that this team had the talent to get it done.
100%.
It was never a question of the talent. No. It was a question of it can all click. And we have seen in crunch time, when we have had multiple people say it, that right, the end of the match unbeaten streak, the 2 losses after that, it was grim, and you're going to playoffs with not much momentum. And we said after that San Diego match, you don't want to play this team. And you look now, how many different ways that they can beat you, how they can go into deep waters with any team, even in hostile environments, even when they don't have momentum, even when after that first goal, they were close, but we're just waiting. Where is this goal going to come from? And they're able to get it done. There is no quit in this team. And that is something that you can't question.
It's phenomenal.
That's dangerous.
It is.
Connected team is a dangerous team. Let's go.
Yeah, and Rising actually posted that earlier this week,
Yeah,
didn't they? But you know what? Let's actually turn over. We've had a good bit of speaking here. Should we have a listen to Juan? Let's have a listen to what he had to say, right? So let's start with just the opening question from this one. Normally, it's a little bit overall-y, right? And this one, though, is Rising back to where they belong. Listen to the overall big picture look from Juan.
We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there little by little. It's a process, and processes take time. And thankfully, the hard work of this year, it's taken us this far now. Now we cannot forget everything that we've done in order to get here. We enjoyed tonight, and then we switch on again and make sure that we're ready to go next week, because I promise you it's going to be another battle.
Going Messi. Oh. All right. All right.
We got caught up with it. We were just talking. It's going to be a fun time tonight. We having a fun time. No, but man, it's I mean, dude. Rising back. Right,
they are back. They are back.
Rising is so back, and it's in a different way, right? The rising of past iterations, it's steamrolling. It's going with you have the full target on your back, being top of the West or up there, and this is such a different way that they're doing it.
100%.
Dare I even? I'm not going to necessarily say underdog, because people haven't forgotten about Phoenix Rising.
No.
Dare I say this is a team that people maybe weren't expecting to make a run like this.
No, they weren't. Right?
We are.
Well, they're 6th seed, right? They've been on the road for 2 games. 2 games against opponents that are higher ranked, that are tougher opponents in this case, and you just got to move on, right? I think it's they've managed to get past 2 really tough opponents now. As you look ahead to Sacramento, I don't think you fear them. I don't think you fear what they have to bring anymore, right? Are they a very good team? Yes. Should Phoenix Rising complain if they lose to them? No. But this team fights. This team goes on the road and battles, and this team doesn't give in, right? When they face adversity, they keep going, they keep pushing, they keep going. You saw that last week. You saw against San Diego. Phoenix Rising never gave up in that game. They were behind twice in the first half. They could have rolled over and died. They did not do so. They gave up an equalizer in stoppage time. They could have rolled over and died in extra time. They did not do so. They ended up going to play in this game. They take the lead early. They concede. Do Orange County manage to keep going, or do Phoenix Rising regain their composure? Do they pick it up after that? They do the latter. They look better. Overall, this is a team that is facing adversity constantly in these playoffs. And yes, right, the Phoenix Rising, they will never not be Phoenix Rising. They will never not be one of these, what people would look at as one of the premier destinations in this league. But at the same time, it's not been easy for them. It's not been easy.
No.
Right? You have never listened to one, actually. We spoke a little bit about the subs, right?
Yeah.
But I did ask him, of course, because both obviously Eddie, Eddie going off, and then you have the move there, bringing on Eriksson. You have the move bringing on Emmy, right, and that kind of subs. I asked him about what he was looking for out of them when he brought them on. Let's have a listen.
All I was thinking was, when I sub Eddie, he's gonna put in Jamison. Like it was one of those that I was feeling that we had the possibility to go after the game with the names and or players that we had on the bench. But also by making those offensive substitutions, then we're going to be a bit, defensively it was going to be a bit tough, because I knew the players that they had on the bench. So that's as soon as we made that sub, look what happened. They put in Jamin some speed on that side, and then we decided to put in Emmy to in order to progress the ball a little bit better, and also break lines and arrive late to the box. And listen, very, very happy for all of them. They're training well. They're coming into games well. Like I said, they're understanding the assignment. They're understanding that everyone in this roster is important. They're understanding that, there's roles that they might play in different games, and they're believing in those roles. So I'm very, very happy for them. They deserve it.
I think it's guys knowing, like, right, to his point, like, there are guys where it's crazy to think, again, and I know we've said this even last week, that, like, a guy who's top 5 in scoring, like Emmanuel Arteaga, a guy like, an Uzo, who has had amazing stretches this season, who Emil Cuello was one of the starters really at the beginning of the year. All these different guys, they have stretches. Renzo Zambrano, who was a figurehead in that midfield for all season. There are guys where, like, listen, if you're a player like that, you're understandably, like, you want to play because that's the competitive nature in you, but knowing that this team in both of these games, they go deep. into their benches.
They
And
do.
yes, don't get me wrong. It's, yes, extra time definitely has a thing to do with it. But I'm still very confident if this team, let's say they're up a goal or they're down a goal or whatever, and like they're chasing, not knowing if extra time is going to come, they're still going deep into their bench because they have guys who can get things done in the right situations. And that's what this team has proven.
Yeah, right. I'm going to take one question from in here before I ask you to try and sell me something other than a flight ticket to Sacramento. But question here from Eric. Do you think if Juan had made his subs earlier, like Gallardo, Arteaga, and Cuello, we could have won this match in regulation, or was it because it was in extra time it made the difference? I think personally that a lot of, I think Emmy comes in at the right time. You see energy from him at a good time. I think Gallardo comes in the right time because, again, I think he's a guy with pace. I understand what Juan is saying there about why you'd make certain moves at certain times on those things. To me, though, a large part of it, is you're picking out fresh legs. You're picking out people who are going to be a lot better. I think the impact they had in extra time is greater than they could have had in the regulation 90. It doesn't mean that they couldn't have been a difference maker in the regulation 90, but the difference is amplified that much more when you're coming up against people who are, quite frankly, exhausted.
100%. I mean, no, I think that's exactly it. Also, it's all hindsight, right? Let's say he makes those subs and it still goes into extra time. Well, then you're kind of dealing with, okay, you're not able to bring on fresh legs. Maybe OC is able to counter with fresh legs of their own, and then you're at a disadvantage. So I think it's all hindsight. I think he got it right? He definitely made subs before the 90 minutes. And I think in the 90, while they weren't necessarily playing to lose, certainly, but they maybe weren't fully playing to like grab a goal at the end, but they were still pushing. They were trying to be the aggressing team. They were the aggressing team. And they know that, hey, if this ends up going to extra time, we'll net it there. That was the mentality.
Yeah,
that's what they did. Man, you know what we did? You know what we're going to be doing?
There's rabbits over there.
Oh
there are live rabbits over there.
That's...
Stat Lucky, get me some video. Get me some video. No, don't go too close. They'll run away.
I'm starting to Stat Lucky. This is a real
thing. That's why you don't trust.
Anyway, go hop to it. Anyway, we're gonna be nice. You got it.
You actually got me on that one. Get your hands out of the way, mate.
You know what we're doing, right? We're drinking a lot of Fort Peaks beer. We're gonna be drinking.
Rumor has it there is a cooler with some wow in it back at the hotel.
Yeah, we're gonna be drinking a lot of Fort Peaks beer, baby. It's a time to celebrate. I'm buying more beers. Again,
wow, good beer. Reaction to watching Phoenix Rising win it late yet again.
Gosh, that's a handshake. That's a handshake meme. That's a Spider-Man pointing meme. Yes, Four Peaks, absolutely freaking delicious. Just get that sweet nectar into my body. Oh my gosh. I mean, listen, it's available here in California. If you're out there back in Arizona, you already know it's there. Check out Four Peaks at Four Peaks Pub and at Four Peaks Brew to keep with everything they got going on. Check out their East Street Pub. Fantastic for brunch. Weather's beautiful. Patio is nice. It's popping. Check them out. They got the Rattle on Red Ale for D-backs, the Suns Brew for Suns, everything like that. Check out Four Peaks at fourpeaks.com. You must be 21 years or older to enjoy responsibly. Also, check out Circle K. Rumor has it, well, it's not a rumor. There was like a caravan of like 12 people, Peeps, your family, Reese's family, and everything like that who came
That's
over
a caravan. That's got very...
Caravan, a big van?
It's a big van.
Big van. Caravan different, that's right. Big van for big
van for Big Kev. Driven by Big Kev, I hear.
Listen, and they stopped at Circle K. Apparently, though, and this is not on Circle K, of course, they did not know what type of gas it took to fill up said van, so they sniffed the port of the gas casket. I'm not advocating to sniff. I'm just saying that's what they did.
Max, get to the point before we get kicked off here.
It's already gonna happen. But no, Circle K, they filled them up once they figure out the right gas. You know what to do. Go to Circle K. Download the Inner Circle program again by downloading the Circle K app.
Cheap gas.
Opt into the Inner Circle program for free. All you need is a phone number. You get free snacks, discounted Polar Pops, discounted fill-ups, everything like that. Check out Circle K. They're freaking awesome. They're fueling us. I'm probably going to be, needing some water and some other electrolyte beverages. I'm going to be stopping at Circle K tomorrow morning. As we look at this game, right, it's really quick. I know.
Man of the match?
Yeah, we're going to man of the match. Check it out. Who else is it?
Who else could it be?
Gee, I wonder. It's almost like... almost like if you score a goal... Oh, well,
it's Emil Cuello.
That's efficiency right there, folks.
One shot, one goal.
One shot, 0.07 XG, and only...
And he smacks it.
And
back of the net.
15 minutes played. That is...
Match
winner.
That
is,
match winner.
Yeah.
Who cares about playing 120 minutes? Get out there and put the ball in the net.
It don't matter. And honest, and it's one of those things like, right, that efficiency, it kind of in the way tells some of the numbers. When you look at this game, let's take a look at the numbers real quick as well. Get some nerds on it. Thank you, Stat Lucky Reese, for being a stat.
Do you double check these XG numbers this week, Max?
Hey, he was guaranteed there.
I'm worried.
Reese can absolutely vouch for me. He was there looking at it. We'll take a look at the numbers as soon as producer Jacob throws it up. Everyone boo Jacob.
Boo Jacob. No, we like Jacob. Jacob's a good friend. We don't attack Jacob.
I was joking. No, I'm the Godfather.
Look at the number of shots Orange County had, but here's the thing to note, right? You obviously have to accept that Rising had 2 opportunities called very tight offside calls. I think one of them was probably definitely correct. One of them I can't confirm if it was correct or not. We don't have a great angle on it on any of the broadcasts. We don't have a great shot. But that would have obviously boosted Rising shots a bit there. But at the same time, Orange County, you look at the way the shots were, 3 on target versus 4 on target for Phoenix Rising. Rising had a lot of possession. Overall, I think as you look at Phoenix Rising, I think they showed that, again, possession isn't everything. Taking bad shots doesn't really help you in the long run. You need to take good shots, and that's what Phoenix Rising, I think, broadly speaking, did in this game.
I think it was down the stretch too, right? Maybe in the first half, not as much. There were some threatening, but I think as they went on, shots got a little more clinical and just the pressure. Like I think that's the thing about Rising is, for all the talk we say about where they go side to side and it's kind of not there, and like what does that look like? They very much keep the pressure on their opponents. It was the second half seemed like it was almost entirely played in Orange County's half, outside of, a couple of long shot desperation clearances or what they had there. So, right. Credit to Rising. Numbers back that up. And here we go, man. I mean, and now we're going to the Western Conference Finals.
This team's going to the Western Conference Final.
My God.
We can keep saying that, by the way, but this team is going to the Western Conference Final.
Going to the Western Conference Finals.
Well, Max, where are they going?
Western Conference Finals.
And there we go. They're going to the Western Conference Final.
They're going to Sacramento, but the best part about going to Sacramento?
Leaving Sacramento.
Got him.
Hopefully with a trophy from Phoenix Rising's perspective.
Let's freaking go, man. I mean, there's just so much, right? I think I want to shout the fans again, like just the people who are here, the Banditos, the supporters, everything like that. That entire section, you can't even.
I mean,
you can't really see it, but it's like that entire end section. All 4 Rising supporters, then even overflowing into the next one afterwards. But like people were amped, man.
Loads of people made this trip.
Amped, and they're like, okay, we get it. Like OC, they were loud and all that stuff. But like when that goal, when Emil Cuello scored that goal, oh dear gosh, I don't know if I've ever heard them louder. And that's not a shout out at home games. I'm just like in that moment, the energy. My word.
And the way Emmy just goes sliding in, what a night.
Going nuts.
Yeah, they were, right? And I think we need to look. Let's give a lot of credit to those fans who made this trip. This was a phenomenal atmosphere that they managed to create from a Phoenix Rising perspective. What they managed to do there in terms of just the boosting the morale of some of the players. We could hear them on the TV, Eric says. That's very true. I'm sure you could. We could hear them quite well in the stadium as well. I mean, they were singing for 90 minutes long, right? And 120 in this case. 120 and change. But I think overall, as you look at just how they managed to will the boys on at moments, I think, and especially look, when you get that goal in that moment, think about just the mental boost of being able to go and celebrate that with your fans, being able to celebrate that with them going absolutely nuts, and then going out and knowing you've got to defend that, you've got to hold on, you've got to make sure that you win that game. Think about just that brief bit of determination, because we said right on the first goal, right? We understand that as you look at the first goal, they score early, and sometimes you can have a tendency to drop back. Sometimes you can have a tendency to invite pressure that's not needed as the rabbits are slowly starting to come back. Stat Lucky Reese, get on it, but be very, very careful, my man. Do not scare those rabbits away. Come over probably by here if you want to try and get a shot without scaring them away. But we'll try and get you some footage of the rabbits afterwards if you're lucky. Don't hit the tripod. Stat Lucky Reese. There's one of them now that's like hiding behind some chairs over there. We're on rabbit watch here, right?
We're multitasking.
Multitasking. But you saw Phoenix Rising, right? They get that goal early. They're kind of trying to hold on to it, but it's not really working in terms of just inviting way too much pressure. But in that case, it was a much shorter spell of time. And I think just having the fans there in that way was just a great way to will them on to kind of provide that motivation. You saw that happened at the final whistle afterwards. You saw the way that I believe it was Eddie, wasn't it? Eddie came over and just immediately hugs in there.
No.
Singing along.
No, he didn't hug. Eddie straight up dove into the crowd. Erickson dove into the crowd. There are multiple players
diving into the crowd.
In the crowd. I know you guys already are. Make sure to follow at PHNX _ rising because we've already posted
So much fun content.
There's so much to come.
And
My phone is just
his phone is full. My
scrolling,
camera is full. I had to take another SD card and wipe it in the middle of that just to make sure that we had enough space.
Save the juicy stuff, of course, for our diehards in the Discord. But yes, so much fun stuff. It's just like cool to see. I mean, it's hard to even describe. Just like right, the second goal, Emil Cuello scores. Entire team mobs the supporters. End of the game, everyone just mobs the supporters. The entire section is going nuts, and it was just, it's surreal, man. Like again, like it's so cliche and cheesy, but like it's so true. This is why you love like the beautiful game. This is what makes this different than anything else, and why like tonight is just like it's an all-timer, man. It really is. I don't care how many of these you've been to. Like this is freaking awesome. This is absolutely amazing. I do want to shout out, right? I know not everyone can make the trip. There were some folks, Valley Tap Room, again, I already said, I'm a man of my word. We're at Valley Tap Room. Send me some beer receipts. I got you covered. Good time. Shout out my man Donald. Had it on for the watch party last week. Here we are again now. Going to be hosting, right?
Western Conference Final.
Heard the man. Shout out my man Donald again. He's hosting this. Being a good sport. I get it. Sacramento a little bit farther. For those of you who aren't going, come to Valley Tap Room. It's going to be a fantastic time. Again, 202 in Gilbert. Check them out in person. Beer specials, fun times, all of that great stuff. Shout out Valley Tap Room. If you're going to be enjoying there, must be 20 years or older to enjoy responsibly. Also, must be 20 years or older to enjoy OGs. Dude, there are some moments in this match where I'm going OGs, where I'm thinking I need some OGs, and now I need some OGs, but like the sativa, not the indica, because that gets me perked up. But my just
rumor has it would make that programming you were watching in the hotel room earlier probably even more enjoyable.
I think the guy in our program was absolutely on Joe's. He's like, it's the meme where the guy's like aliens, but like that was just the entire show.
Yeah, Max is now a firm believer in extraterrestrial beings.
Cannot confirm nor deny. Possibly
he believes in extraterrestrial beings.
But dude, they're connected. They talk to us. But anyway, yeah, shout out OGs. You don't need to talk to aliens. No, that this game was out of this world. You must be 21 years or older to enjoy responsibly. Check.
You really did that, man.
Yeah, I don't.
He went there. He went there.
I did. Yeah, check out OGs again online at ogsbrands.com to find the local dispensary near you. And we do. Dear gosh, there is. Okay.
All of the V's.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hello. Someone's
for a drink.
Oh.
I hope you guys could hear that one.
Shit. The announcer just said someone to come up to have a drink. Well,
that's Orange County's club president, isn't
yes.
it?
Well, we don't need an excuse.
Well,
we need a drink. They're drinking away.
We do eventually. But hey, you know what? You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? Though we need to also talk about this because as there's progress being made here, right? And we're gonna look. We'll look at the bigger picture in a minute, but I think we need to also talk about the certain tracker that's coming up. And see, Max has made some progress here, haven't you, Max?
Oh, hang on.
Get it out. Quickly.
OGs brands. Go to Zenleaf dispensaries. Use promo code PHNX for 25% off now through the end of November. Okay, guys, bigger promo code this time around. Again, 25% off. Go to Zenleaf dispensaries.
25%.
Get a bag of OGs. Use promo code PHNX. Super awesome. Links in the show notes for any more information. Again, zenleafdispensaries.com. Promo code PHNX. 25% off. Love you, OGs. Okay.
You know what? 25% off, though, but you know what? We're 50% along the way off. Let's get that tattoo tracker up. Let's have a look at this. Tattoo tracker. San Diego Little, gone. Orange County, gone. Sacramento Republic, they're next. Max, you are 180 minutes, which isn't 180 minutes because Rising don't win in 90 minutes in the playoffs. You are 240 minutes and potential kicks from the mark away from potentially having to get an Adman tattoo, my friend.
Well, first off, again, they can never find where I clipped this. Again, that never happened.
No, it did happen.
Well, it wasn't on a live show.
You also requested the tattoo tracker. Anyway, no, I'm gonna tell the people.
Anyway, listen. When this bet was, supposedly air quotes for those of you listening on audio made, Rising. I don't think they were in a low. They weren't in out of playoff contention, but they're like, oh yeah, like I don't think they'll make. They may not make a run. Like the form, whatever. Boom, and well, let's just say I'm starting to sweat. I do have Aquaphor on tap. I have a couple tattoos already, but see what happens against Sacramento. But that tattoo tracker, it's looking pretty full.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
We're getting there, right? But there's a reason, right, that it's looking pretty full right now, and we should talk about that. Let's have a look at the bracket, see where things lie. Let's have a look now where Phoenix Rising sit in the bracket overall, but also look at where the other teams are. Sacramento Republic, they got through. They had a big win over San Antonio yesterday. Took them into the second half where they were able to get very much going, but they managed to get there in the end, scoring 3 goals in that game, and San Antonio pulling one back late. You look over on the Eastern Conference side, Lou City, perennial Eastern Conference final team. They always get there. They demolished Detroit. Like, Detroit were lucky, let's be honest. Detroit were lucky to get through the way that they did in that game against Pittsburgh. That luck ran out. Louisville had their number, put 4 goals on them, get through Charleston. Bit more of a nail-biter in that one. I said that Legion, I thought that was my pick for an upset, right? If you were going to look at an upset elsewhere in the league other than this Phoenix Rising game, Legion played them close, but Charleston did have enough to edge it out there. Charleston will host that game against Lou City. Phoenix will travel to Sacramento Republic. This, of course, gets rid of the question mark over who was going to host between Orange County and Charleston, which no one apparently knew if that was going to happen. So the league will never have to answer that question in the end. But we do have a look there, and that's what the playoffs are looking like right now.
Oh my! It's taking. Oh dear gosh, we're going. Okay, they threw off the lights behind us. Okay,
it's getting dark.
Okay. They can't get us out.
Friendly,
they
but
can't
right.
get us out.
Let's move.
Yes,
let's
move.
get through this.
I know.
We want to say, you know what? We do want to get out of here and shout out to everyone in the chat. By the way,
you have a video, right?
Yeah, we do, but I'm going to shout out everyone in the chat. We're going to go through a few things here to just kind of get there. Cameron Lancaster Masterclass says Devin in the chat. So pumped, we all want to see a Louisville Phoenix final again, says Andrew Dang in the chat as well. Shout out there. Albert, how sweet would it be to go into Louisville and win it all after coming up just short in 2018? I understand that. I'm not going to disagree. Devin also just saw a rat. This is not New Mexico, Devin. As we look to... it was also the aliens, Eric says. Shout out to everyone again. Everyone. Smith, this may be the best night in AC Sports. I don't disagree. Let's go. Let's go.
This is an all-timer.
Let's go. Let's go. What a night. What a phenomenal night. And you know what? It was a great night to share. We mentioned them earlier. It was a great night to share with the crowd. Do you want to do video or picture first?
Let's go. We got 2 videos. Let's go your video first.
Let's go with the picture. The picture, yeah?
Okay, fine.
Picture that I sent in there. Let's have a look at the picture. Look at this. Look at these boys.
Gosh.
Look at the way they are there posing. Look at that crap in the background. For those of you who made the trip over here, of course, this is not a surprise that happened. You were there. You took part in that. But just look at that. For those of you back home, look at that fun in there, right? And yeah, good time. That was great. And now, you know what, as well, I believe, Max, you managed to capture some video out there, didn't you? It wasn't Stat Lucky. It was you, right?
Oh, no.
I'm giving credit.
Stat Lucky does have videos. We'll be posting them as well. But video I caught, there's so much at PHNX__rising, but this
It'll
one,
be coming.
This one, we haven't posted yet. Let's just play the video. It says it all.
Let's have a look.
It says it all. My God.
What a night.
Uzo knows how to do a backflip. There's so much more content. So much content.
So much stuff to come. But you know what, though? You can also get some more stuff in if you want. Stuff coming in the mail.
Oh, well, yes.
Check out the PHNX Locker, phnxlocker.com.
Check out the PHNX Locker.
We got the restock on that rising stuff. We got scarves.
On my barrel chest. Yes, absolutely. Got scarves, everything like that. It feels nice. It feels amazing. Right. Again, my shirt was demolished.
Western Conference semifinal win.
Yeah, my shirt was demolished by a sticker. But here we go. By an unnamed
Max
stat
is
lackey.
getting heckled
By an unnamed stat lackey. But you know what? We're good because I got another one, and it's all good. It feels fantastic.
And you know what? You get discounts on that if you were a diehard.
Boom. And
so if you're a diehard, you get discounts. You also get a free shirt every year. You get access to the Discord.
Free
we're going to be posting some fun content, I'm sure. Looking back on tonight, in
so much
coming hours, and maybe tomorrow as well.
Get
access to everything on the website. There's nothing behind. Nothing that you're blocked from seeing on there, and all the articles are available to you if you're a diehard. So
yeah,
go check it out.
Check it out, phnxlocker.com. Again, shout out everyone. Lots of diehards made this trip. Lots of people were sitting us up, having a good time. Like it's no secret that a lot of people
Max Simpson afterwards, and he will find you a beer.
I will find you a beer.
He will find you a beer.
Right down the gullet. But yeah, shout out to diehards, everyone like that.
We move on one more week.
We move on one more week. Did you have another video on my imagination?
No, you're imagining.
Okay, cool. Let's end here. Let's go drink. Appreciate everyone so much for tuning into the PHNX Rising post-game show. You guys already know we'll be back on Tuesday at 6 p.m.
We're always back on Tuesday.
Our normal fun content.
We're still going.
We're still going, man. It's a good freaking time.
The season isn't over yet.
Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at PHNX _S double the underscore.
Double the wins in Southern California.
You can follow me on Twitter at Max David Simpson. You can follow Owen on Twitter at OJEvans18. You can follow Statlag Reese on Twitter at Reese11 _ The man actually did good today. Got a lot of good content, despite only having one underscore, not two. But that's not for another time. Again, super amazing win. We appreciate the heck out of this community. Honestly, like, thank you guys. You guys make the show. Literally, people came up to us today saying, "Hey, love you guys and love the pod. Appreciate it." It's a beautiful game, but it's way more beautiful when you're in the Western Conference Finals. Let's go!
We all silly like the mayor.